I don't know who else is in the chat just yet. Hello. So, yeah, dragons. We're going to be I'm going to be carrying on with this painting today. Libby's putting me off in this chat. If anyone who doesn't know, Libby's my sister. So, yeah, so the plan today, we're going to paint some Are you painting today, Alex?
So probably just drawing, sketching, and maybe a little bit of watercolour.
Ooh, exciting! So I'm going to be carrying on with this piece. Obviously, I did a stream the other day with drawing this out and using the grid method to draw it out. I didn't get to do the full thing on stream, so it took me like a few hours. It took me like 3 hours to complete it all and get it all, because I ended up making mistakes on, you can see when I've added the wash, that it's like leaked all of the pencil that was like smudged from rubbing it out. But that doesn't matter anyway. I only need like a basic outline, so that's not going to affect the painting in any way. But obviously today I've got Alex on. Say hi, Alex.
Hiya.
So I'm just going to get my reference up. It's a little bit pixely, which is annoying. And I'm just going to get my paints ready. I'm scared. So, sorry, I'm leaning on the laptop. So how many dragons did you end up drawing in the end, Alex?
I have only done 10, and I'm gonna.
Aww.
Little two.
Yeah, go closer to the screen so I can see it. It looks so cute.
It's one of them. You always hate it at first, don't you?
Yeah.
So.
I feel like when it's your own, you just like, you're so critical on yourself, aren't you? I'm figuring out.
Oh God, yeah. I used the wrong pigment liner as well. I drew it all using a one. And really it should have been more like a 0.5, 0.2. So everything's like thick at the bottom. So that's about it.
It looks gorgeous though. I think, yeah.
Well, I've been using a little, the little ink remover. Got some of the thick stuff, so then I can go back over it with like a 0.2 fine liner.
Love it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm going to check the other one because they always go off on me. So yeah, I'm just figuring out how I'm going to put this reference image. I'll just kind of place it there. Will that be okay? I'm just trying to find like... I should have set my iPad up straight away. I didn't think I had to... Obviously, I've got to hold my palette whilst I'm painting.
Yes, oh God.
So I'm like just juggling my iPad and my palette. Right, let me get my... I'm just setting up really quick. I've just got things everywhere.
What part of the book are you using?
Since the last time we spoke, I obviously got, well, just spoiler alert for anyone who obviously wants to read the book. So they've left Basgayath. Am I saying that right? I've not said it because I don't want to mispronounce it. And
so I watched a TikTok about the names the other day, and I say everything wrong.
Yeah. It's awful. Like, my pronunciation of, like, names and things like that in these fantasy books, I always say them wrong. Right, I need to get some black paint quick. So, yeah, basically I'm up to the part where they've left Basgiath, and they've gone to his home, like, land. Like his...
Oh, yeah.
I always forget, what's that place called again?
It's beginning with an A, isn't it?
Yeah, I know it begins with an A. I just can't figure out exactly.
I think that, like, I had no one finished.
I'm sure someone, like, will tell us, like, correct us. Sorry, I'm down here because I'm just getting my paints off me, like, trolley. So I'm up to the part where they've obviously gone to his homeland. They've left, like, all of the trainee riders have left the school. And obviously the people he's working with aren't very happy because they're not, like, fully trained cadets yet. They're still students.
The level ones still aren't they? Level 1?
Yeah. It's like level 1 and level 2 riders, is it? I can't remember.
I think it's like 3 because I think Ryerson, he's in level 3. He's in year 3, isn't he?
Yeah. But I've got paint all over me already. Just a second. So yeah, they basically left, and obviously they're now all kind of like rebels. So that's where I'm up to.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like brief conversations where she's been in like a meeting or two, but that's about it. Yeah. So
that you're that's the second book, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm now at part 2 of the second book, basically.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, so you know that it's ours, isn't it? Because I don't know if anyone's watching, if it's going to give them spoilers by telling too much.
Yeah, I don't want to like go too in depth about what's happened. But yeah, we could maybe talk about like the first book if you want first. We could try and sell the book.
I'm trying to think now what happened.
I know this is what I was thinking. You know, on the last stream I was doing, I really struggled to remember what happens. It just went straight out of my head.
You literally don't, do you?
No, I think I'm just gonna.
Just focus on the next one.
I'm just gonna get my reference image up on my laptop as well.
I finished Onyx Storm.
What did you say? Sorry.
I finished Onyx Storm.
Oh, did you? See, I got really excited, and I think Onyx Storm like pushed me to start reading the second book because obviously everyone's been dead excited because of the release. But I've just had no motivation to read the last like few weeks.
To be honest, I did find as well the first part of the second book a little bit of a drag.
Yeah.
Even though I found the book, I love the book.
Yeah.
It's just slow. They were just having amazing all the time that it was doing everything.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, it was a bit like stop and start for me. Obviously, like the part where they leave is like dramatic, but then, yeah, she gets injured and stuff, doesn't she?
I find it just a little bit annoying.
You find the hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
I think I always find the main, like, the female leads annoying.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm the same with, like, Akhtar and Feyre.
Oh, God, but then again, when my sisters came into the show, I hated them more.
Yeah.
So it made it alright.
Yeah, like Nesta.
Oh, she is one cow.
Yeah, she's annoying. But yeah. I find you find it hard to relate to them a little bit because the way that they react to situations.
Oh no.
I don't know how to describe it. I don't know.
It's always like weak as well. Like nearly Violet, she's actually got a condition, hasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but like that's wild because usually it's just like they describe them as being like weak and like that's vulnerable. But it's like actually no, she's got a condition.
Yeah,
She's really not
she
well.
actually is like, yeah, she could easily break, but then yeah, I'm just gonna sorry, just for anyone who's wondering what I'm doing at the minute, I'm just starting to like map out some shadows and then I'll go in with like some mid-tones. I need to darken this whole area here. Yeah, I do like, to be fair, I do like Violet. There's just there is moments where yeah, she's a little bit whiny. But to be fair, wouldn't you be whiny if you were like, do you know what I mean?
I guess so.
I mean, I wouldn't be whiny if I was like riding dragons and stuff.
She wants to be a scribe her whole life, and then her mum needs to go into the riders quadrant. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I feel like she wanted it though, you know, when you read it in the first book, like, yeah, she's a little bit like disappointed at first, but I feel like she wants.
She was made up, it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I think she wanted to do it, but I don't think she was sure. Like, I don't know how to describe it, because obviously, like, a mum forced her into doing it. Which I don't get. I mean, I feel like she's had, like, alternative motives from the start. The mum, to put it in the Riders quadrant.
Yeah, I can't say too much, but that is the vibe, isn't it?
Yeah. Am I right? Yeah, it's hard talking about it as well without you giving me spoilers.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Just gonna check.
I got bored, so I've decided where I am now painting.
I'm trying not to cover my
I'll
painting
put more
with my
detail
head.
on later.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure my head's not in the camera view. There we go, that's better. But yeah, when I was painting this out, it was like, not painting it, drawing it out. I ended up like smudging it, and because I got the eyes wrong initially. I think I said to like a few people when I was talking about the process on the last one, sometimes like I'll take a picture and then overlay it on the original drawing that I've done on Procreate. And
that's such a good idea.
The eyes were like way off. So I ended up rubbing them out. Obviously you can tell here. But I think I'm just going to like map out some darker areas first. And then build up from there. Because I feel like when I'm looking at it, I'm just really stressed. Like, where do I start? What do you think of Zayden then? Am I saying his name right?
I love him.
Do you say Zayden?
Yeah.
What did you say? You're just giggling.
He's very pretty.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard as well, like obviously they're doing the show, because you're obviously a fan of Actor as well, that like Disney have supposedly cancelled work on that now.
Have they?
Yeah.
I hope someone else picks it up then.
I know, I do as well, because I really want it, like, I want like a live action.
No one else saying.
But I also don't know how I feel about, I don't know, I like the idea of it being a movie. And being able to, like, have that buzz of going to see it. And...
yeah, like with like Twilight.
Yeah.
Full on got all like the fangirlies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think you have you read? You've not read Quicksilver yet, have you?
No.
Because that's already been picked up by
Alex,
I
what's the
can't
plot of
remember what
Quicksilver?
street
Because I
it
don't.
is. Someone picked it up.
I feel like obviously you've mentioned it, but I don't know what the plot, like, what's the plot like on
It's the same as the normal, really.
the.
You've got a, like a...
So for obviously anyone who's watching, like me and Alex love, like dark fantasy. Alex is kind of like you've kind of like been introduced to it this year, haven't you?
Yeah, November. And then that's also this. Then a spiral.
What do you say? Repeat that.
I said a spiral. That's November.
Yeah. It was like so Alex, you didn't read much, and then she had a taste for it. Was it Actor you read first?
Yeah.
So she has a taste for it, read Actor, and then has not stopped reading since. Literally book after book. I can't even keep up with it. I was like, oh yeah, we'll read this series together.
Like 4 days.
And
4 days later, like, I've read all of them.
Yeah, I've read the whole series. I was like, oh. Because I was dead excited to, like, because I love, to be honest, I love rereading, like, Actor anyway. So I was dead excited for rereading it. And then I was like, do you know what? I'll read it along with you. And then, yeah. You were already up to, like, book 4. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think I've read now. I think I've read 18 books now this year.
And that was just this year?
Just this year.
That's so funny.
I'm not well.
Like, you've just been starved of it then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've been like starved.
Like, I'm putting a whole lifetime of reading into my life now.
Yeah. This dragon's looking like it's from like Kiss, you know, the band. So when we were obviously like, I've obviously mentioned in the last video that these dragons that were painting / drawing are from the book series, like Fourth Wing. So what was your, like, I'll ask you this question now.
Okay.
What was your reaction to when obviously Violet bonded with her dragons?
I loved him.
Yeah.
I loved him.
Sorry, we can't cut off again.
Oh
no! Yeah, no, I loved him. I think I just love he's just got such a funny personality.
So moody.
Yeah, like
I love Segale there as well. Segale.
I say Sagel.
Sagel?
Yeah. I don't know who's
right. We'll probably both on.
Yeah. To be fair though, I did ask Laura in work, like, do you pronounce it this way? And she was like, yeah, she agreed with me, so.
Oh, really?
Segale? Do you say Segale?
Segale, isn't it?
Segale? Is it?
Okay. I don't know. I need books back that will tell me how to say stuff like it in Quicksilver. There's literally 2 pages.
I love that. See, I need that in every book. Where am I going with this?
Can you still hear me, by the way?
Oh, I can hear you a lot better now.
I've taken out the headphones because they were just doing me head in.
Okay. Yeah, no, they sound so much better. Like.
Good.
Yeah, you sound less muffly now. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just gonna do this nostril. Yeah, at the minute with like this design, I'm not like thinking too much. I'm just trying to like block out the shadows. So you drew yours out today, Alex, your sketches?
Yeah. I sketched it with a pencil. I was just from like just online and like Pinterest and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
like
then
I
when
used to like a few different.
I only added on Donna before because I just didn't like the way it looked by himself.
How it looked by itself. I think it looked really good, but I do think it like adding Andana to it, like the composition looks really good now. Like I like the dragon on its own anyway. Oh, I think Alex is cut off. Give me a second.
Too thick, so I feel like.
Sorry, Alex. For some reason, you just disappeared.
But you disappeared for me as well.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh. Ah well. It's alright.
Oh, well.
Anyone who obviously watches this probably used to. Like when they watch it on YouTube and stuff as well, like they'll be used to all the bloody tech. Do you know, that reminds me, I'm going to click my camera. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean that. I took a picture. Oop. There we go. Yeah, anyone who obviously watches these anyway is used to my technical issues. Because nothing ever goes right. But I think the thing is, because obviously, like, where's his mouth here? Because I've only like started this, like I've never really streamed before, so like trying to get the setup perfect.
Just try that out.
Yeah. And this is your first time that you've streamed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scary.
I don't think that's probably to do it myself.
Sorry, repeat that. You went a bit muffled.
I said I don't think I'd have the confidence to do it myself. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. To be honest, I find it so scary. I get so nervous. But I just think like since I've started doing it, I feel like it's just like motivated me. And I know you were saying, because you were saying you had a little bit of a lull with your artwork. That was one of the reasons why, like, me and Alex talked about doing a stream together.
Yeah.
Because we were just.
I can be really flexible when I'm creative, which is annoying because once I started, I really enjoyed it.
1 second. Say that again.
I would just say I can be quite flexible of like doing creative stuff and me drawings and painting and stuff. So doing this, to be honest, gave me a little bit of motivation. I was like, right, I need to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, that, to be honest, that's what I've. Yeah, like, since we've talked about it, obviously, like, this morning, you've already bashed out, like, a design. Do you know what I mean?
I know. So it's just like, it is just like forcing yourself to have that motivation.
Yeah. Oh, Jenny's on. Hi, Jenny.
Hiya.
She likes your metallic paint, Alex.
This was actually the colours that I'm using now. Jenny bought them for my birthday like 2 years ago.
Oh, that's what the side eye is for then. Oh my gosh. Right. What was I going to say? What metallic paints are they? Are they like watercolours?
Yeah. So they're homemade watercolour paints by Galaxy Colours, and they're like metallic these ones, so I thought they look really nice on Donna because they've got loads of gold palettes.
Oh, that'll be so
different
pretty.
types of gold.
That'd be nice, like on if you did sable as well. In like
with the blue,
like a nice like iridescent like blue.
Yeah, I've actually got more with like greens and blue palettes. It's called a Peacock Garden.
Ooh,
so it's quite pretty.
I reckon that'd be that would be so pretty on like sable scales.
They're lovely.
Pretty. Yeah, no. So I did ask on Instagram like people to send us questions. So I'll have a little look if we've had any. I think there was a few. Some people had asked. So I'll maybe pick 2 questions now and we'll go through them, like throughout the stream. So the first one was, how did we both meet?
Oh,
That's a cute one.
in college.
Yeah, so me and Alex met when we were 16. I'm not going to say my age now, but like jump scare. I've got a scary birthday coming up.
Yeah, we've only really known each other like 4 years, haven't we?
Yeah. Sorry, that's really tickled me. I'm gonna cry. It was just the voice then as well. Yeah, 4 years we've known each other. I'm only joking. Yeah, we met in college, and we were both studying graphic design. Well, it was called graphic arts, was it? Or was that the year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ended up like studying together for 5 years, didn't we?
We didn't. Yeah, because we went to university after it and done graphic art there as well. Oh, it was graphics communication in college.
Yeah, graphic design and communication. I remember going to college, you know, on the open day and meeting Andy for the first time. Like, I still have that like vividly in my mind. But yeah, I remember I remember going into the college because I'd just got my GCSEs and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'd just got my GCSEs and I just wandered to a college. Like, oh, this one's nearby. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And then I remember going into... my dad was trying to get me to do like A-level, like maths, English, science. Clearly he'd not seen my grades. Because I'd basically scraped a C on them all. I need to stop saying I've noticed I do it loads.
So I'm the same.
So I remember going in there and obviously being like, I want to do my A-levels. Maths, English and science. And they were like, that's not achievable. Like, that's not happening. So they took me around the fair with the like different stalls and stuff and the different tutors, and obviously I met Andy there and he talked me into doing graphics, and then I met you guys.
See, I'd applied a few months earlier, so I went for an interview with him.
Did you? So you kind of knew what you wanted to do. I had no clue.
Oh, I always wanted to do graphics. Yeah. But I done that as GCSE.
Yeah, I did. Well, it was like they say it was graphics, but I mainly did a lot of like, I'd Photoshop things and then I'd paint them, if that makes sense. So I did painting then and things like that, but yeah, I had no clue what I wanted to do. I was just like really fortunate to obviously like speak to Andy that day. Otherwise, we wouldn't have met.
I know, it's crazy, that isn't it?
It's scary.
And then we did our safe bet together.
Yeah, well, we did. So how many years in education did we have together? So we did 5 on graphics.
7.
Yeah, 7 years of education together. And so yeah, so Alex trained to be a teacher as well. I keep covering the painting with my big head. But you're not teaching at the minute. You're like, hell no.
No, I'm in education, but not teaching.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I don't know if I'd love to go back into teaching.
Would you?
I would, but I don't think I would like the holidays now.
Oh no. See, to be fair, the holidays are quite good. It's just the holidays are great, but obviously you're just expected to do work in them.
See, yeah, I hate that. I don't want to do that.
Like, absolutely not.
I don't want to work normally.
Yeah, because most of the time it's the only time you really have to mark the students' work.
Yeah, that's rubbish.
Which is crap. But it's like one of those things that's expected, really. Which is annoying. But yeah. If you were to go back into teaching.
Well,
if you were to go back into teaching, would it be art that you wanted to teach?
Yeah, I think it'd be art and design.
I do miss that, to be fair. Shall I go to the next question? Someone asked, what is your favourite Star Wars movie?
Are they asking you or me?
Well, we could both answer if you want. Because obviously I paint a lot of Star Wars stuff, so. Ooh. I'd probably say it's a hard one, to be fair.
It is a hard one. I love all the old ones as well.
Yeah, I love the prequel, or not the. I like the prequels.
Yeah.
With like Anakin and.
But then I do love seeing Anakin go like full on, just crazy.
Yeah.
And kill all the what are they called? The young kids. What film's that?
Which one? Oh.
Where they're like. I'm trying to think what film it is.
Do you mean Revenge of the Sith?
Is it that one? Yeah, and the little kid runs up to him and he's like, Master Skywalker, what do we do? And he just goes like,
I'd say that's, to be fair, that's probably my favourite movie. But I do, like, when I'm watching Star Wars, I think my, favourite watch of Star Wars is, the cartoons.
Is the witch?
The cartoon series. I love.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the animated series. So I love the Clone Wars. So that's kind of the in between. Oh, Alex Lockhart's in the chat as well, Alex.
Oh, is she? Hi, Al.
She said, so relaxing watching you paint. It's giving me ASMR.
She'll start doing this and going like, everyone, I'm going to be using this paintbrush.
Do you know it makes these ASMR videos make me so uncomfortable?
Do you think? Oh, I love them.
Do you? Shall we just do like a...
Luke hates them though. Yeah.
I hate them, or like...
Luke
yeah.
absolutely hates them.
Have I got like a dry brush? What's it? It's like... Don't know if you can hear that. Or like on the canvas. But yeah, no, I find them so... I think I mentioned this actually in one of the other streams. Like, I find them really uncomfortable.
What is it the whispering or...
I don't know. It's like...
the noises that they make?
I think it's a bit of both. Especially like the eating ones.
Yeah, no, the eating ones are horrible. I just like the ones where it's like, oh, you're so tired, go lie down, I'm going to play with your hair. And then you can just hear like a brush going over stuff and I'm like pretending like someone is playing with me.
Yeah, you're just like, ah.
So it's like, oh, let me do your makeup for you. And then I just watch someone pretend to put makeup on me. I just find it dead relaxing.
No, I think, do you know that, I feel like it's the really aggressive ones, you know, where they're like proper, like you can hear them pressing it on the face.
And like the phone's like doing like...
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what triggers me. What's Jenny saying here?
All the kids are doing it now though.
Yeah, Jenny says she likes the noises Bob Ross makes.
What noises does he make?
It's a good question. I like it when he actually, no, I did watch a few Bob Rosses, like, a few weeks ago, and he, like, slaps his brush, like, against, I don't know how to describe it. Like, when he slaps his brush, I like that noise. And I like his voice, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's like, hey.
He's relaxing.
Let's relax. Hey, we've been on this 45 minutes already, you know, hasn't that gone quick? Well,
oh my gosh, really?
I say 45, but we did start a little bit late. Right, another question on. Is there any particular challenges that you face in your work that you're trying to overcome? Yeah, when he's cleaning the brush. Sorry, Jenny's just pointed out. When he's cleaning his brushes. And he's like that on his thigh. I like that. Sorry.
Oh, so I'll do this then.
I need a big brush. All my big brushes are wet because I had to do another gloss on R2 this week, so they're all soggy. But yeah, I do want to get like, because obviously this is like really rush setup. I want to get like little microphones and stuff, so it'd be nice to have like obviously a microphone for me, but then one for the canvas.
Yeah.
So you can hear like the brush strokes and things like that. Because I don't mind that. Alright, yeah, also, the question was, is there any particular challenges that you face in your work? And how do you overcome them?
In artwork?
Yeah.
That would probably be about
yeah, like you creative work.
Motivation is my biggest.
Yeah.
You really want to do something and then you just get in a rut and you don't do it.
Yeah.
And then the idea of doing it, it's like you're forcing yourself then, and it don't know, you don't enjoy it then.
Yeah.
It's trying to find that happy balance of doing something because you like doing it, but then also because you need to do it.
Yeah, I struggle with that as well. Like, that's something I've talked about before. Especially like, I was speaking to another artist as well who works like 9 to 5 and then is an artist in their spare time. Like, if you're working all week, sometimes you actually drain from the work. You've got no physical energy to do anything creative.
Oh God, you just literally want to have brain rot, don't you? You just want to sit there and do nothing and scroll.
Just doom scroll. And I've found like I do that too much. I need to I'm like you, I lack the motivation, but I want to do more with my time, if that makes sense. Like, I want to do creative things, but and I feel like sometimes though, if you push yourself too much to do something, like you're never happy with it. So I feel like it does have to come like naturally as well. Why is my laptop's just randomly connecting to my earphones? Yeah. How would you say, because obviously that's like half the question there answered. So you said like motivation is the biggest issue. So how do you like overcome like that lack of motivation?
Oh. Yeah. To be fair, watching you do stuff helps.
Oh. To be fair though, I'm the same. You know, when I see other people like being productive and doing things, I'm like that when you were going like crazy on your account, like, because you like proper, when you were creating, you were proper like hyperfixated, like you just bash out illustrations every few days.
I do think that's because I'm not well, because I like jump on something and then.
That's because did you say I'm not well?
Yeah, because well, it's like now with the books.
Yeah.
I'm so hyperfixated on reading. I can't think of like I've had to like force myself to do this, even though I'm really enjoying it, because I'll just be sat reading.
Yeah.
And
I
obviously
mean,
that's not
that's
good.
not a bad thing though,
Even
that
though,
you're into it, but I do feel like it is a good way of like forgetting about your own issues and just
yeah, oh
like
god, yeah, it's
getting
proper
into
escapism.
yeah, yeah, that's it, escapism.
But I think, to be honest, it was when I moved into the house, I went really up to Daisy
Yeah,
with doing art stuff, with everything to do with like the BearPress account and stuff, because I was doing loads before we moved in.
yeah. I think, but like, because you had your nice little setup, didn't you? And you probably felt like
Yeah,
you had that space already, and then obviously when you've moved, you've not been able to spend the time. Like you've been like sorting your house out, obviously.
oh god, yeah.
You've been
If
to like a
I
million
should have just like
weddings.
recorded myself like painting and stuff, because instead of like painting on canvas or painting walls, like this whole house has been done because Lou doesn't paint.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like you take a lot of pride in like how your house looks and how it's decorated and stuff. I feel like you've been putting like your creative energy into that, if that makes sense.
Oh, thank you. I mean, still looks like a shit hole, but
It
I'm trying.
doesn't. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
Well, how do you do that? How are you overcoming it then?
Well, I'm trying. Like mainly through. I've been doing obviously these streams.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have to do something. I'm live. I need to do something like because there's people watching. It's like pressure, if that makes sense. But I enjoy like that type of pressure.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just like me being like neurodivergent. Like I need that push to do something. If that makes sense.
No, yeah, definitely.
Because I
You
don't,
know
I don't
what?
have a
I
normal
just think,
brain. I need like the pressure.
yeah,
And I feel like obviously when we were younger and we were like in uni and things like that, we were always like competing with each other. It's so funny when you think back on it.
who had the best like marks and who
Yeah.
presented better,
But I feel
who
like,
got best in show.
yeah, best in show. Um, so funny.
Neither of us won the first year.
No, I don't think I ever won best in show.
You should have won though for the foundation degree. 100%.
What was that? Did I do the projection?
That's when you had all the projections
That
and
was
you
good.
painted all the furniture and stuff.
I should have won that.
That was brilliant.
Thank you.
That was so good.
But yeah, I what's it called? I think like when we were obviously when like in competition, it was like healthy competition, weren't it?
Oh god, yeah.
It was like, oh, they're doing this, well, I need to do this and do that better.
That bitch is doing that. I want to do this now.
Yeah. I feel like, to be fair though, I feel like we're still like that now. So if I ever see you like being quite productive, I'm like, I should be drawing as much as she is.
I do when you're painting. I'm like, I could be painting. Like, stop being stupid.
Yeah. But sometimes as well, I just don't feel like sometimes you're just not mentally ready to do it.
I think if we had a studio, we'd do more.
Yeah, I feel like
when I'm around people doing stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like you motivate each other, don't you?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So it's not so much competition, but also like building each other up, like getting feedback on your ideas and being around other creatives. I think that helps a lot.
Oh yeah, you bounce on that energy, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. My fringe today. But yeah, you bounce off that energy. Like it's like a buzz, isn't it? Like even when we read together, I'm more excited to read because like I've got someone to talk to about it.
To chat.
And I think that's what I do like about like Fourth Wing is we've got common interest.
So you've hammered out everything about Avatar. What to talk about?
What can we talk about next? Well, I think it's because you read it so quick. I was like, but yeah. I think it's just that buzz, that energy, isn't it, that keeps you going. It's like, even like you being on the stream with me, or even just jumping in the chat, like when you and Jenny jump in the chat and things like that, like it hypes me up a bit.
It does, doesn't it? I see, because just chatting just helps.
Just chatting rubbish. Right, where's the other questions? Give me a second. One thing you're afraid to draw but really want to. That's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
Like, is there anything in particular that scares you? I feel like that's a really hard question. I feel like everything I do scares me.
I'd say doing large scale, like you're doing.
See, I find, to be fair, like, I don't know, I find this more relaxing. Because it's...
Do you?
Yeah, I think because it's bigger. You don't have to be as precise with the details, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you can use bigger brush strokes. I feel like that's why I like working in large scale. You can be a little bit more loose with it.
Might have to give it a try.
To be honest, I feel like this piece in particular scares me because it's so detailed. And I feel like every piece that I've kind of been doing in the past year or so is like more, I've been trying to challenge myself to try different techniques. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was dead nervous doing the when I started doing the baubles and the portraits, the painting.
Yeah. Well,
the animal portraits.
I think me and Jenny were talking about this the other day on another stream. It's like when you're doing like people or pets, especially for someone else. And you did a lot of that, and you did it really cheap as well. Oh, gone off again.
Oh, I done it fast this week.
I feel like that's one thing we do as well, is we always like undersell ourselves.
I think I charged, when I was first doing it, it was £6.50. They were taking me over an hour, and they did look like the pictures.
That is crazy.
That wasn't even worth like me buying the baubles, the sealants, the paints.
No, not at all.
My time.
No, your time. I think that's something like we always do as artists as well, isn't it? It's like we like undersell ourselves. Just like, oh yeah, give me 20 quid. But then I think this year I've actually really started to take the pricing a bit more serious. And it's so scary when you, like, I'll send someone a price and I'll go, this is it, this is the price. And you're constantly always thinking that you're going to get rejected, or you're going to lose the sale and things like that, because you're kind of putting your foot down at what you think you deserve, if that makes sense.
When you do deserve
it. But then the customers are always fine with the price. I just need to be less scared of it. Less scared to ask what I feel my work's worth in comparison to, I think I've started looking more online at other artists' work, and what they're producing and how much they're charging. Yeah, I'm like, well, they're charging $5,000 for that piece, and it's like 3/4 of this, like, smaller than mine. It's not very detailed. I'll be looking at all these pieces and I'm like, well, I should really charge more, shouldn't I?
Yeah, 100%. I do look at some people's and you do instantly go like, well, I could do that.
Yeah.
And they're charging that. And that's not me taking it away from them. Like, it's amazing they're making that money. But it does make you think, well, why am I charging so little?
Yeah.
It's just finding that market, isn't it? And then once you do, obviously, then...
I think it's more just, like, finding your confidence as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I am providing a service, and what I produce is actually quite good. I think it's just finding that confidence in yourself, isn't it? But yeah, I think I've gone off topic again. I always do this stuff, like, if someone asks me a question, I always end up on, like, if I don't fully know how to answer it, I'll start rambling on. Right, I'm back. Where's my brush and palette? But yeah, I think the one thing that scares me, like, art-wise, is painting people. Mainly.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing characters that are well known and things like that. So I think I've just been trying to challenge myself to try more portraiture and stuff. And I think that's what I like to paint anyway.
I love the one you did the Padme.
Oh, thank you. So I literally did that in a day. I was just practicing.
That's you done that in a day?
Within a day amount of time, if that makes sense.
That's so good.
Thank you. I was just trying to I really wanted to practice portraiture. And yeah, I ended up choosing Padme because I feel like she's got a nice face. And, like, quite an easy face to draw. Just gonna block some of this out here.
I need some more pens.
But yeah, I've found like more detailed pieces, like fabrics and things like that, are one thing that I want to challenge myself to practice more with. Here we go.
I want to try some larger scale stuff.
Yeah, you should do it.
Yeah.
I think you'd really enjoy it.
I know. I think I've got a little step up now in the conservatory.
Mm-hmm.
I need some like big canvases.
Yeah.
And then I can do it then stood up.
Yeah, you've got like really nice light in there as well.
Well,
like when you've got really nice light in there as well. When I
know, and you know what? In the summer, I know it will be lovely to do it there.
Mm-hmm.
With all like the trees and stuff, and it's dead relaxing.
It'd be lovely. Let me just. You always feel awkward on here when you go quiet.
And it's because like you concentrate and you just forget, don't you?
Yeah.
That you actually don't talk.
Like, oh yeah, people are watching us. But to be fair, I've watched some of them back. And I don't actually mind like the quietness and just watching. Like, I've watched other people on streams as well.
I was because a lot of people are probably just interested in the arts and like watching you just doing stuff.
Yeah, they don't even want to listen to us. Right. Should we do one more question? Because I know you have to go off soon, don't you? Oh.
I don't even know what time it is.
It's like coming up to 7 o'clock now.
Oh, is it? Oh, sounds.
Yeah. What time did you need to finish?
Probably finish at like 7:10.
Yeah, sounds good. Right, next question then. How would you describe your style? And do you think it's changed like over time?
Or I think I like drawing with detail and like fine liners.
Yeah.
However, I'd say my style has changed a little bit last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
With doing more digital illustrations, but then I do love going back to doing using fine liners and watercolors and
Yeah, like more traditional.
more cute little illustrations.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I would describe, like, yeah. Yours is very, like, illustrative. I love, like, when I see your, like, the fine liner work is what stands out for me, like, the stuff you're doing now, your fine liner and your watercolour.
I think yours changes quite a bit, your style, though. So I think
Yeah. I think
you're really good at one thing, and then all of a sudden you're doing something else, and it's really good, like the large scale stuff now. Because that's something you've only been doing the past, what,
like
3 years, is it?
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years now, bloody hell. Because I feel like mine does change. I feel like I'm starting to find mine now. I don't think I ever had like my own style, if that makes sense.
Yeah, didn't have like your own niche.
Yeah, whereas like I feel like you've always had like your own personal style. I think I always struggled with that. Like, I don't have a style. Yeah, I've always kind of struggled with that element. But I feel like it's only like the past. I think because I did a lot of stuff digitally, I was more like graphic designery, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say years ago, I'd say you were more graphic designer than like artist. Where now, I wouldn't even, if like someone looked at your stuff now, I don't think they'd say graphic designer at all. They would straight away just say you're an artist.
Yeah, I think I've always flitted between it because like when I first started, when we started the course doing graphics, I was really into like children's book illustration and things like that. And you were very digital. Do you remember? You did a lot of you liked a lot of like magazine layout and things like that at points.
Like editorial.
Yeah. Hold on a sec, sorry. And I was really into like children's book art. I remember I applied for like a children's book illustration course was it was in Wrexham, I think.
Well, say that again.
I remember when we were applying for uni and things like that, I applied for a children's book illustration course in Wrexham.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because I remember going to the interview and I ended up like, I'm not going into this interview because it snowed. And I remember I went with my brother Liam. He came with me. And we went to the wrong building and I was just drenched. I was dripping wet and I was just like, do you know what? I'm not going to this. And you know what I was like? I was so anxious. And I was just, I'm not going in there. Absolutely not. So we went all the way to Wrexham on the train and then came back.
You know what? You tried.
Yeah. Like, hell no. But yeah, so I think I've just dabbled in a lot of different stuff. I enjoyed like doing more like digital like editorial stuff at one point, and then I think I just decided I wanted to go back to doing some more like traditional art. And
yeah. Oh God, yeah. Oh,
I've not really.
I was meant to go and do fashion.
Yeah.
At UConn.
Yeah, you were. I remember that. It is funny how it changed. I feel like your style always changes, especially when you're still learning.
Oh God, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I've kind of just been like self-teaching myself how to paint, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like these past few years, and I feel like I'm recently starting to find my own style. I think. But I wouldn't know how to describe it. Like maybe I like detailed pieces, but it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's a really hard one, isn't it? Because I like really large scale detailed pieces, but I also like being able to see, paint marks on the canvas. and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Might need help describing what my style is. I mean, I take a lot of, obviously, like, inspiration from, like, sci-fi and fantasy and things like that. Not so much real life. I feel like real life just bores me. If that makes sense. But yeah,
mine.
Go on, sorry.
I was just going to say, like, at the minute, other than like doing this now, the only thing I've been really like drawing is animal illustrations.
Yeah.
For a children's book, but then I've been really good at it. Go through like phases where like I'm really on the game, like on the ball with it.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're on it, you're on it. You know what I mean? There's no in between with you. You're either
I'll spend like 16 hours straight drawing.
Yeah.
Won't even eat or go to the toilet. And then I won't look at it then for like 4 months.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel that myself. I feel like
I'm terrible for doing that.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of the struggle as well, is when I've struggled to figure out my style because I'm so inconsistent. If that makes sense. I don't stay on it. I don't stay on it, and I haven't practiced. I just flip from idea to idea. But I feel like, like the past 3 years when I've been getting into painting more, I'm starting to find what I like, and I think just building more confidence as well in what I'm creating, because sometimes I'll get, I don't know, I end up comparing myself too much to other people. Like, I'll compare myself to you as well.
I compare myself to you.
It's natural.
I think it's just natural though, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think, for anyone else who does the same thing, like, I think if you, I don't know, if you pay attention to it too much, you won't make anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's helped my motivation as well, is like building me confidence.
As well?
Like building me confidence.
Yeah. Because sometimes I like think, what am I even doing?
Yeah.
Why am I even doing this?
Yeah, why the hell am I doing this?
The alternative is not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
And I think, oh, trouble.
And do you know what? I think for me, because I'm creating things that I enjoy creating. I think that's a motivation, like a booster, if that makes sense. If you're doing things that you enjoy, and you find something you enjoy, because sometimes like you don't even know, like you might not know what you enjoy creating until you're doing it, or what style. So I think it's good to like obviously try different ideas and techniques. I think just one day I just bought a big canvas and I was like, right, I'm going to paint a massive... We went to Hobbycraft and could barely fit the canvas in the car. I want that canvas. So it's just, I don't know, just trying to figure out what you enjoy and stuff like that.
It's the demotivation when like you're doing stuff and no one wants to buy it, and no one's really.
Yeah.
I think a massive thing is certain platforms. I think I wouldn't even use now. So like I wouldn't even give Etsy a chance.
No.
Because
and Etsy they take money off you as well, don't they? Etsy.
Oh God, yeah.
They take a percentage off.
I just wouldn't use it now, and we've got like people selling and stuff like patterns like that you make on Procreate, which is absolutely fine. Loads of people make them and sell them. They come up then as like, the best artists or whatever, selling the most. So then anyone who's selling anything that's other than a pattern is not going to come up in that, like,
Yeah.
people who are doing well on Etsy. So I think, well, what's the point?
Yeah. I think I used Etsy like for like 5 minutes when I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell my photographs, I'm a photographer. And then I remember selling one print on Etsy and then I got bored of it. But I feel like yeah, I think sometimes it's better to like build your own like following and community and things like that. Like find people who, you know, wanna buy your art.
Oh God, yeah.
And then deciding that I think that's where I'm at, because obviously I want to set up a shop. I've had like 1 or 2 people ask about like prints and things like that, and I do want to set up a shop. I just want to figure out like the best sites and stuff to do it with. Because obviously, yeah, I don't hear a lot of good things about Etsy.
No, not
But
anymore.
it's an easy option, isn't it?
Yeah, it is an easy option. Just, I wouldn't use it again. I mean, I had a couple of sales on it, but it's just too hard work. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was making money off people just obviously doing it through like business PayPal, and we'd agree, and I'd send it to wherever.
Yeah.
So it was like just cutting out that middle person charging me money.
Yeah. And
But then you've got to pay a monthly subscription fee as well, which is like, why am I doing that?
Yeah. It's not worth it in the end, is it? Yeah, no, and that's, I think I've been like following the same thing. It's just like, yeah, dealing with commissions like in messages and just going about it that way, like communicating with the customer and things like that.
I think if they want to buy it, they will.
Yeah.
That's why now I'm not gonna like start like especially with all like the custom prints that I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like to be fair, I haven't done one in a while. But like I'd charge people 20 quid, but I'd be drawing like a place and I'd like custom, like, you know, if it was like a wedding gift or whatever. And I was only charging 20 quid. I think, why was I doing that?
Yeah. Again, I think it's just like you feel bad, don't you?
Yeah, you do, when you feel like, oh, is that too much?
Yeah, well, you shouldn't, because how much time you're spending on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much effort you're putting into it, and I feel like when you make something as well, I don't know how to describe it. You put a lot of energy into it.
I remember when I was doing digital illustrations, like portraits for people.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one, and this is when I was still like, I was getting quite a little bit of you know, people buying stuff, and I was getting a little bit, maybe a bit cocky. And someone was like, oh yeah, can I buy, here's the pictures of my granddad. Drew it, instead of taking, saying like, oh yeah, it's, I don't know, 20 quid, 25 quid, can you pay up front, or can you pay like, you know, whatever first? I just drew it, sent to like, I didn't send her a high quality one, but I sent her so she could see it. I was like, you know what that look like? And she point blank was like, doesn't look anything like my granddad.
Oh.
I'm not even listening to it. I actually showed everyone that picture. I was like, does this look like hey granddad? And they were like, yeah. I was like, I know it does. And she just point blank, and I said to her, like, I've just spent like 3 hours creating that. Like, come on. And she just was like,
do stuff like
you know,
do you get like a deposit in that?
Sorry, go.
Do you get them to send you a deposit and stuff?
No, she didn't send anything, so that's my fault.
Yeah.
So after that, I literally was like, never again.
No. I'd be mortified.
I was fuming. I've still got the picture of the granddad, because I thought, no, I'm going to remember it.
You're like, I'm going to get it up and I'm going to show everyone on the internet, like, look at it.
Like, your granddaughter bought a print of you and never paid me.
Yeah. It's one of them as well, like, you know, if you're working with someone and they've asked you to do something, you know, give feedback, like, what exactly do you want me to change? Because sometimes, like, when you're creating something, it may not be somewhat what their vision is anyway, if that makes sense.
Exactly, but it doesn't mean you don't care. You shouldn't have done more research on me.
And I also think, what's it called? When we're looking at it so long as well, like, we might think, oh yeah, that's looking alright. And then it takes another person, because you're looking at it so long, and then it takes another person, like, to look at it and give you feedback, like, because that's something I struggle with. Like, sometimes with, like, anatomy and things like that, I need to get someone else to look at it. Or I'll take a picture.
Yeah, just to give you that, like, little bit of, like, oh, that doesn't look right, or...
Yeah. I find, I'll look at it, like, I'll be looking at this painting now. And I'm like, oh, that's looking alright. But if I take a picture on my phone, that normally helps me realise, like, where any of the issues are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it from a fit, like, especially when you do something large scale like this, because you can't really, sometimes when you take a picture on your phone, it'll zoom back a little bit further. And give you that, oh god, give you a little bit more perspective.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry, I just smudged the nostril.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have to get more pens.
More pens?
Yeah, me fine liners are just... It's the tiny ones, you know, like the 0.1s and 0.05.
Yeah. I feel like they damage quite quick, don't they?
Oh, they do. You only literally have to put a little bit of pressure and they completely just go to...
Just figuring out this eye to quick.
Right.
Do you feel like when you're doing it on camera like this, do you feel like there's more pressure? Do you feel
People are watching.
Do you feel like you crack on as much?
I feel like if anyone is really looking at hard now at the little tiny hand on it, they'd say, what the heck is that dude?
Let's see.
Because
hold it close to the camera.
So, like, he's got, like, detailed... I mean, it's just, like,
lift it up to the camera.
And pens aren't weird from what we're meant to do.
Can you hear me? Hello?
What?
Oh, sorry. Lift it up to the camera, let me see.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it looks so cute.
See, I've made their gold. It's always as a colour. You add colour and then you instantly go, I shouldn't have added colour.
I've ruined it, yeah. Because I'm doing this.
You ruined it.
It looks gorgeous though, Al.
Oh, thank you.
I
don't mind it.
It's adequate, like, that's what you're like in your head, like. I am, what's it called? I'm doing this piece in all black and white.
That'd be gorgeous, though.
I've seen.
Oh, Beth, I'm really sorry, but we'll have to love you and leave you.
Alrighty, don't worry. Thank you for coming on.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye.
I'll probably cut off now as well, anyway.
Bye.
All right. So I think I'm going to cut off there as well, guys. Let me just switch that off. Obviously I've got no camera at the minute to say goodbye, but thank you so much for watching. Oh, there's a camera. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll pop this up on YouTube for anyone who may have just jumped on and didn't catch the full start and things like that. Thank you so much.